circle. That's a lot of data to hand out. We're also now in this moment where everyone is talking about data sovereignty and how much they want to give that away. So will that signal the end of using these apps for birth charts? I think, well, it also speaks to like community and connection, which is what everyone has been seeking. And because astrology is a language, like if you understand astrology, I don't understand it deeply, but I have a friend who does. And in the group chat, she's always like, oh gosh, I just went on a date with this guy, but he's a Pisces. And then everyone in the group chat knows what that means, right? But I personally think it's waning, because I think as soon as you start the commodification of a grassroots trend, that's a death sentence. That's the end of it. And the way that we're seeing brands commodify it it means that it's over.
So it's going to be naff before long, basically.
I definitely think the commercial side of it will be. I think as a language, it'll still, it'll prevail for a while, but I think people are getting over it. Also, the like memification of it is starting to get a bit tired. But, you know, that also taps into the self-actualization, and it's a way of understanding yourself and the ways that people express themselves in memes. You know, we had the, you know, my feelings when memes, and, you know, a photo of the, you know, my feelings when my boss asked me to work back late, and you've got the girl just smiling with the fire, you know, the house burning.
Oh, yeah.
And that's turned into, you know, a way to express how you deeply feel by sharing astrology memes. But I think it's tired. I think we're starting to get over it.
I feel like even if there is this sense that it's saturated, it's being used to sell things back to us, we're exhausted by it, we're bored of it, whatever it is, it's pretty hard to unpick something this prolific, because most of us, many of us anyway, have this set of language now, and you can't just put that to sleep. That doesn't just go away. Like once we have this mode of communication, I feel like it can't help, these ideas can't help but sustain a certain presence, because it's something that helps us understand each other.
Absolutely. I just think the trendiness of it, I think the communication, the language, and the, you know, the shorthand of explaining something to each other will continue, but I do think the trendiness of it won't exist as much anymore. The other thing I wanted to mention is, you know, that's around that same era of the Gwyneth goopness of crystals and that early New Age thing that happened around 2018, 2019, was the rise of like apps like CoStar and Sanctuary. And what is also happening among those apps is, so if you think about it, when you sign up to a CoStar app, you have to give them, you know, your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, and you can connect your friend circle. That's a lot of data to hand out. We're also now in this moment where everyone is talking about data sovereignty and how much they want to give that away. So will that signal the end of using these apps for birth charts, for friends' birth charts, to enter like your partner or your, you know, someone you're dating or your boss or whoever? I think that's a really interesting thing to start talking about, as well as like how much data are we willing to hand over for a birth chart.